Hey, everybody. I only see Gina and Kim. I didn't know there were so many of you others on here. Hey, y'all. All right. So my name is Shelly. I am starting this webinar on time. Surprise, surprise. I have been the worst with deadlines. And anyways, this webinar today is sponsored by the wonderful, beautiful Facebook group, Women in Recovery, that's run by Ashley Stone. If you're not in this group, you've got to get in here because this group is like no BS, no drama. And the members, there's 28,000 women in this group. And they are hand selected to come in because we go through a rigorous training on one of the admins on who to accept and who not to keep out people who are going to be causing problems. Okay, so who the hell am I, right? So my credentials, my sobriety date is May 28th, 2007. That was Memorial Day that year. I'm an active member of AA and NA. I've had individual therapy, I've had medication management, and I've learned DBT skills. See, it takes a formula for me to stay sober, and I don't know which one is actually working, so I'm going to continue to do all four. I have a master's degree in mental health counseling. I am a Florida registered mental health counselor intern, which means I'm a pre-licensed therapist. I'm gaining clinical hours for full licensure. I am about to take the exam to have a master certified addiction professional in the state of Florida. But I do want to make this clear. I do not provide online therapy. I do not do that, but there is a difference. I am an online coach. So therapy versus coaching. Therapy is when you work one-on-one with a therapist and you get coping skills for conditions that are causing significant distress and interruption in your daily functioning. And coaching is where you work one-on-one with a coach and you get coping skills for a specific problem or to achieve a goal. It's like to have a functional individual become super functional. But the disclaimer is, here, I'm going to mute. Oh my God, I muted my own self. Okay. So let's do a philosophical comparison of dialectical behavior therapy and the 12 steps. So the 12 steps tell us that we have to work on acceptance, we clean house, we make changes, we make amends to those we've harmed, we do daily maintenance to make sure that we're not drumming up any more issues, and we carry the message to the alcoholic that still suffers. So DBT, what DBT therapy does is it focuses on acceptance, being resilient, being able to cope in times of stress or change, that we also clean our house. We learn to manage our emotions, right? Because when we first get sober, it's like everything wakes up. Everything. We feel everything. We get a hangnail. It's the end of the world. What the hell are we going to do about this hangnail? I mean, seriously. And we learn to communicate effectively. So we learn to repair our relationships with DBT. So what does this stand for? So dialectical behavior therapy. Dialectical tells us that two opposing views can exist at the same time. Which eliminates, if you're like me, if you are the alcoholic or addict like me, like the black and white thinking, the boring, that it's all or nothing, that I'm either starving or I'm so full, or what else? Like you're always doing this or you never do this. Okay, both of those can exist at the same time. So what DBT does is it helps us balance acceptance with change to find a middle ground or a middle path as the therapy. There we go. Radical acceptance is what the focus is. We're going to accept things as they are right now in this moment. And so what happens with radical acceptance? We stop fighting reality, because that's where suffering comes in, and DBT aims to reduce the suffering. For so many years, we were reducing suffering with what? Alcohol, drugs, sex, shopping, gambling, all of the things. So with 12 steps, does this look familiar to you guys? Steps 4 and 5, review of resentments. That's how we dig deep in. We find out who the hell pissed us off, what was the cause, and then we find what part of us was affected, and what was our part. Okay, so here, you want to see what DBT looks like when we analyze a behavior or resentment? Is called a behavioral chain analysis. We find out what the vulnerability was, like what even prompted us to do the thing. And if you know that in 12-step meetings, you hear the acronym HALT. Make sure you don't get too hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. Well, in DBT, there's an acronym PLEASE, and it goes even deeper than that. And check your emails, because I did send out a handout on all the skills, because the skills are all acronyms. So the vulnerability factor is usually whether we're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. And then I have a better example of that. But look in your emails, because you should have this dialectical behavioral therapy skills quick sheet reference. Look at how many there are. There are like over 40 skills that you use. And so if you have this quick reference guide with you, and you just pick the one you need and plug it in. So DBT has 4 modules, and these are the behaviors that we're wanting to increase or get better at. And these are the ones that we have when we're in active addiction. Identity confusion, does that sound familiar? Emptiness, cognitive dysregulation, interpersonal chaos. Is there always some drama going down? Or fears of abandonment, where you have to be around people. I cannot sit still in my own skin. Label effect, that means that you're just moody as hell, or excessive anger, and anger that sticks around longer than normal. And then impulsive behaviors, which are using suicide threats, that becomes a bit extreme, and intentional self-harm. And how many of you can realize or know that intentional self-harm, that is using drugs? Whether we know it or not, it's a slow suicide. So what the skills are, they're broken down into these 4 modules in order for us to change. So that behavioral chain analysis, right here is the drinks 2 bottles of wine. But all around that, we have prompting events, so we saw our child watching TV and they're not supposed to be watching TV. Then we look at the vulnerability factors, things that were underlying. These are the bad behaviors and then the consequences. So when we apply the skills, when we have a good foundation of DBT skills, here's where we plug in the skills, the PLEASE skills, which are the equivalent to the HALT, and then all these skills that we could have put in place along the way. So no matter where along the chain the breakdown is, if we plug in one of our skills, we break the chain, which in turn takes away the bad behavior. So why am I here today to tell you guys this? I am creating this community site, which will be sort of like a Facebook group, but it'll be away from all of the memes and the distractions and the instant messages you're getting from this creepy guy and on the other side of the world. This is going to be full of people who are investing in the solution. And how it's going to work is it's going to be a community site. You go in, and on week 1, I'm going to throw in a DBT skill. You're going to have a video there of me telling you all about the skill, how to use it, how to apply it. And then on week 2, I'm going to come in for a live, and we'll have a live question and answer session where we can talk about the skills, how to apply it, where you would have applied it during the week. And then week 3, I missed week 3 in the slide. Week 3 is going to be a hot seat coaching where I'll pick 2 people to come in, and I'll have like a live 30-minute coaching session and for others to watch and see how it goes. And on the 4th week of the month, we're going to wrap up, and I'll bring in a professional speaker, whether it would be a therapist who does trauma therapy. It will be a guest recovery coach. I've got a network of recovery coaches who each specialize in something different. So what is the fee for this monthly site? The monthly fee is $67 a month when it launches. However, since you all are here and you'll be a founding member because this site is just launching, and thanks for the sponsorship of Ashley with Women in Recovery, it's just going to be $37 a month. $37 a month. And for the fast action bonus, if you enroll within 48 hours, this is going to be just a flat fee of $37 until December 31st, and then it'll be $37 monthly, and it will never increase. As this site builds, the monthly fee is going to increase. When it launches again, this is like my first initial launch. When it launches again, it will be $67. So now is your time to get it early. And another fast action bonus, if you enroll within 48 hours, the first 25 people are going to get a free DBT for Sobriety t-shirt, which they're being made right now. And for the first 10 people to enroll, you'll get a free 30-minute coaching session with me. So let's go over that again. So each week, we're going to get one set of DBT skills. Next week, an open Q&A hour. The next week, hot seat coaching session, where I'll pick 2 people each month. And then the 4th will be wrap up and guest speakers who will come in. And then you don't have to, I mean, it will be in there. So if you're not able to make it live, you can always go in and watch. And it will be $67 a month, except for you all who are attending the webinar. So to receive the webinar fast action bonuses, must order by Wednesday the 4th by midnight. If you need the link, if you're already on my mailing list, you've gotten the link. If you need it, just send me an email, Shelly@dbtforsobriety.com, and I'll send you anything you need. As of right now, are there any questions? I think I've got everybody unmuted. No. And if right now, if you don't want to decide right now, get on my emailing list, because I will have, I send out DBT skills every Tuesday for #DBT tip Tuesday. Who's got a doggy?
Oh, I do.
Oh.
Yeah, this might not work.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm done. I just wanted to know if you guys wanted to have if you had any questions. If you do, is anyone on here, do you have the quick skills sheet?
I don't know if I have it or not.
Okay. If you don't have it, send me an email at Shelly. If you see it as SHELLEY @dbtforsobriety.com, and just tell me what you need. I'm on my computer just about 24/7, really, because I have an online coaching business. Okay. And every now and then I'll step away to go to an in-person session, but
okay,
acceptable most of the time. So if you guys don't have any questions, I'll go ahead and log out, and I'll send you the email with the link.
Okay. This doesn't automatically sign us up, right?
Right. What you'll do is once you pay the $37, then there will be through the community site itself, an email and password will be sent to you within the next 2 days. And the first lesson is it starts September 15th. So this is the early bird session, early bird sign up. First DBT skills drops September 15th.
Okay.
I thank
Okay.
you for your time.
You're welcome, you guys. It's so great. Stay sober with me today, okay? Just today.
Absolutely.
All right. Love you all.
All right.
Thanks for
Love you.
coming.
Love
All
you.
right. Bye.
Bye-bye.